She would disappear, folded like origami into her own dreams. New year, new life. Or as I prefer to put it, new journal, new life. 2025 is almost over and the new year is around the corner. With it, you can feel in the air the expectation for new beginnings, new blank pages, and a fresh, clear canvas to plan and get inspired. This time around, by the craft pages of my Tsuki Origami Dreams by Notebook Therapy. Back in 2024, I tried a craft journal for the first time and fell in love with its vintage vibe. After a year of using creamy white pages, I decided it was time to spice things up and go back to these soft coffee and milk hues. I have been affiliated with Notebook Therapy for 6 years now, and I've used around 8 of their journals so far. And I can honestly say that they are in my top 5 of notebook brands because of their quality, amazing designs, and delivery times. Remember that you can get your own journal with 10% off using my code NALA10 at checkout. But now let's start the setup. My most viewed video is the one on how to bullet journal, where I approach the method on its most basic form to try and help viewers understand what it is and how I use it. I have had many comments appreciating the fact that I isolate the method from all the artwork that you usually find while researching the bullet journal. And so I decided that for this video, and for those who like to keep it simple, I will first cover the basic spreads that you need, and then I will explain the rest of the collections that I add, while showing you how I make of my journal a creative outlet that works for me because that's part of who I am. So as I always say, you do you. If you're just starting, you might want to keep it plain, or add some different colors as I will do. The point is that you spend as much or as little time as you want to and make the method work. To start, here I am making a grid spacing guide, which is featured in the official bullet journal notebook because it saves time. Mine is this little ruler that I can completely personalize to my needs. After finding out a layout that I love, I just need a couple of measures and I'm good to go. Next, I am adding the key for the bullets, the core of the bullet journal method. These are the symbols that will help you organize your tasks, events, and notes. For an in-depth video on how they work, watch my bullet journal basics video that I will link in the description. I also highly recommend that you read the book by Ryder Carroll. It really is an eye-opener and a must if you want to take control of your life and start achieving your goals. I already memorized the bullets, but I love adding them to my journal. I use the ones from the original method, plus a heart for the things I love. But many people like to come up with their own. Again, do what you feel works best for you. You can add them on the first page, on a bookmark, or like me, in a little swinging door that you can open while you're journaling. The next basic collection can be as simple as you wish it to be. In the official notebook, the space dedicated to the future log consists of 4 blank pages that you divide in 3, each space for each month of the year. In my case, I have been trying many layouts, and this one with a Dutch door is my favorite so far. A Dutch door, if you don't know, is this piece of page that I cut in half. I use the extra paper for my grid spacing guide ruler and for the key. So I start by writing down a year at a glance. I do it all by hand, but this is completely optional, and you can even print one if you would like. Since I will be using this notebook for the first half of the year, I only include the first 9 months on the calendar. On the Dutch door, I will have space to write down events for the first 6 months. That is why you see me here making tags for January through June. For the other 3, I will leave 3 little frames in the space below in case I need to write something in advance for those months that will actually be part of the second journal for the year. While I did spend more time here in my future log because that is my style, if you keep it super simple, it shouldn't take you more than a minute to set it up. As you use the method, you will start realizing how much space you actually need for each month, and you can adapt your layouts accordingly. The third and last basic collection is the index. This is super useful for your future self. I use my journal for so many things that anytime I want to look for something specific in a past journal, the index truly is a time saver. Again, these pages can be as simple as you want them to be, but I love adding details and color, so here even some bits of washi tape can bring life into the blank pages. If you use the index, don't forget to number your pages. And that's it for the basic setup. If you follow along with your journal, you're now ready to start rapid logging in the daily log. I am not showing that part in this video because this is a yearly setup. I want you to see how easy it is to start the basic collections. If you keep it even more simple than mine, it should take you no more than 5 minutes. Now, as you can see in these examples, the beauty of the bullet journal resides in its versatility, how it adapts to your unique self with your preferences, time limits, and style. In my case, I'm a creative bullet journaler. I pour my ideas and imagination into my pages to make it mine, to inspire me and to keep it motivating me. So stay if you want to see the rest of the extra collections that I use and how I embellish them. They might even give you ideas of what to include in your journal if it's something that will help you in any aspect of your life. I usually set up my journal inspired by its cover. In this case, the origami crane evidently dictated a Japanese style. So I went to my local bookstore and was fascinated by this little kit. Complete with an instruction booklet, it comes with 150 papers that were exactly what I had in mind for this setup. I had a lot of fun folding and folding to produce animals, boxes, and even flowers. But this technique is so much more than just a fun craft. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. Origami is the ancient art of folding paper into shapes and designs, often inspired by nature. It is also more than just folding paper. It's turning a simple flat sheet into something with volume, dimension, and beauty, like an elegant crane, a delicate lotus flower, or even a curious dolphin. All of it achieved by using just your hands and endless, precise folds. This activity also teaches focus and problem-solving skills, but above all, one finds genuine joy from making something beautiful from something very simple. And it does not stop there. I found a documentary on YouTube that explains the science behind this ancient technique and how it really isn't something that man invented. It already existed in nature, even in us, with the master origami designer behind it all. From the folds in our DNA to the design of a medical stent, origami really is an essential part of our lives, whether we know it or not. I highly recommend you watch the documentary. You find it by searching From Paper to Bionics, Origami's Incredible Impact on Science. And so, back to my setup, the cover for the coming year features 3 origami dolphins, one of my favorite animals ever, and also the quote, "The possibilities are endless." That's true for origami shapes and for the tasks, goals, dreams, and options that you can include and achieve with your bullet journal. I fell in love with those dolphins. If you would like to make them, I will link the video for the tutorial in the description. Now over here I am adding a little something extra to the future log by pasting a drawing of an origami crane. Adding an origami piece would make my journal incredibly bulky, but a drawing using the decorated paper is a good compromise. So you will see me add more drawings like this through the rest of the setup. This is also where I add the quote from my introduction. She would disappear, folded like origami into her dreams. Written by South African novelist Lauren Bukes, her words meant that when we dream, the outside world fades away entirely. Inner fantasies take over and the sense of the present dissolves. Yes, we use dreams as a retreat, a safe space from the complexities of life. This reminds us how profound and transformative dreaming can be. Our inner world can be as complex and alive as the external one, filled with its own stories, possibilities, and mysteries. This could represent the beauty and escapism of dreams, a perfect match for what you can achieve through the art of origami, but also through an effective planning system, which is why I think the origami theme matches so well with the bullet journal. And well, after adding a cute origami frog to the index, I'm moving on to my first essential collection, the finance spread. There are many designs to track finances, with some being very specific about expense dates, amounts, items, and so on. But I keep it kind of simple with 6 spaces for each month where I write down my monthly incomes so that I can declare my taxes after the month ends. This layout is all I need, but there are many more ideas when it comes to money. Like I said, you can be more specific with expenses. You can also make a budget list or even a savings challenge with a reward system. Possibilities are endless, and it really is about trial and error. Pinterest is a great resource for ideas, and if art is not your thing, stick to the main frame of the collection and see if it works for you. The next couple of collections are the waiting for and the wish list. The first one I've always used to help me keep track of items that I order or those that I get sent by brands I collaborate with. Having a list on paper helps me keep a visual track of what packages I already received, the ones that are in transit, ones that have taken too long to arrive, or ones that I have to return. With most of our shopping being online, it's important not to miss one thing. As for the wish list, this one comes really handy as well. The famous algorithm keeps on recommending new art supplies or courses that interest me. So when I come across something that I really would love to try, I write it down here so that I can keep it in mind for the next Black Friday. This list also helps with saving money because sometimes the hype dies down and when I revisit it, I find out that I don't really want it anymore. I have also used this list to write down the snacks that I want my sister to bring to me from Italy. There's so much good stuff over there that yes, I keep a list, from most important to not that essential. So you see, both these lists have been a constant feature in my journal. The next collections are the master to-do list and the go bag. Every year, there are these big ideas, projects, and events that fall into the non-negotiable items to do. So that's where the master to-do list comes handy. I also like to write down ideas, the kind that hit me at night or at random moments when I think that I'm distracted but my brain is fully working in the background, coming up with cool stuff. Writing them down in here helps me keep them in mind and get them done instead of forgetting all about them. If there is one thing that you must add to your bullet journal, that is the go bag list. An emergency backpack filled with all your essentials, documents, a small first aid kit, and food for at least 3 days. It can be life-saving. The contents vary from region to region. I used to live in Mexico City, an earthquake-prone area, and now I live in the Yucatan Peninsula, a hurricane-prone area. Every year I make sure that my go bag is complete and ready to go. Don't wait for tragedy to strike to put it together. It's essential to take the time to have it ready beforehand and feel safe and secure, knowing that it's ready to grab whenever you need it. The last and final collection has been a great aid in searching for better health. It's a routine log to remind me of the wellness habits that I need to constantly implement in order to feel my best. Like the finance log, this collection has been a constant work in progress, one of trial and error. This is more of an overview that serves as a visual reminder of the activities that I need to prioritize during the week. I am planning to add a small habit tracker in the monthly log, but more about that in my January setup. This is basically a schedule, and here I am labeling my days. If you would like to know why and how, watch my journal with me for a week video. I then mark my basic wake up, meals, and sleep times, and the things I do around them. I have already proved to myself that the way that I wake up and how I spend my time in the first hours of daylight have a definite impact on my mood for the rest of the day. And the way I wake up depends a lot on the time I go to bed and the quality of my sleep. So that is why steady morning and night routines are so important to me. When I make them work, my energy flow is steady. I concentrate a lot better and I'm even more inspired and motivated. So this schedule, although very shabby and simple, is one of the basics in my journal because it keeps the rest of the aspects in my life functioning at their best. That's it for my yearly collections. I am now going back and adding some details that I missed, like the month numbers to my year at a glance. I love using these stencils that I got on Amazon. It's a subtle yet effective way to mark the month's numbers. I am also adding a couple of 3D stickers from the Journey in Japan collection, which go hand in hand with my journal. They're really cute and their smell takes me back to my childhood. I'm sorry that the video is in time-lapse mode. When I recorded it, I didn't realize it was not at a normal speed. But oh well, now you've seen it all. And here is the final flip through of this nostalgic theme. There's something about origami that pulls you in. And I'm glad that I get to feature it all over this setup to start the year with the intention of keeping unfolding until I get my paper figurine, to keep on planning until I achieve my goals. If you're thinking of starting a bullet journal next year, don't wait. Start today. That's another advantage of this method. You can start it anytime, knowing that it will adapt to your needs and will always be there if you need a break. That's why a blank notebook is more effective than an already set up planner or agenda. I love the bullet journal method and its endless possibilities. And so I hope that you enjoy this setup, and as usual, thank you so much for watching.